What's up, everybody? This is your boy D-Max, so let's talk. Alright, we're going to talk about rap for a minute. My nephew hit me up this morning. He was like, why don't you talk about when you was rapping versus rap now? And I started rapping in the 80s, going into the 90s, because I started rapping in the 5th grade. And me and my best friend, Slim Means. You know, when I first started out rapping, it was during the time of what's my man name? Fresh Prince had just came out. That lets you know how far back it was when I was rapping. Salute to Biz Marquis. He's the one who inspired me and my best friend to write a rap song, because we was sitting in the back of our class listening to The Vapors and Picking Boogers and songs like that by Biz Marquis. And we went and wrote our first rap, and our teacher heard us over there doing our rap, and she had us to perform it at our class and go around to every class on the hall to perform our rap. And that's how we started rapping. That's how we got our confidence. Salute Miss Tierney. So fast forward a few years, we go through middle school, high school, we battling everybody. We're known around the area for rapping, you know, and our style of rap was, you could compare it to an Outkast or a Goody Mob type feel, because, you know, we wasn't all about the gangster stuff. We was all about our people's struggle and coming out of our struggle and gaining knowledge in order to be able to come out of that struggle successfully. This is what our raps was mostly about. We had a couple songs in there about having fun and partying and stuff like that, but we wasn't never on no hard gangster stuff. That just wasn't our style. And during those days, you could get away with that because we had gangster rap, conscious rap, and bounce music or crunk music. That was Lil Jon and 69 Boys and stuff like that. So we had 3 different routes you could go with your music as far as rap went, and we went the conscious route. And so in this, you know, we met a lot of people. You know, we met a lot of different artists, and the thing about artists back then and artists now, we wasn't beefing with each other. We didn't have to beef with each other. If you had a legitimate beef with another crew, then that came from something that was personal, but it wasn't never on no rap tip. You know, we never had an issue with another person because they was getting money. We never had an issue with a person because they was getting notoriety. If anything, we would network with those people and see what they did right to get where they are, so that we can duplicate that and get where we needed to be. Back then it was about networking, because we wasn't afforded the luxury to make all of the money that rappers are making now. You know, we had a few big cats like Big Daddy Kane, and we had a few artists who was like doing big things. We had LL Cool J, we had Ice Cube, guys like that who was doing movies, and Pocket came out, so Pac was doing gangster rap and doing movies and stuff like that. But when we really got serious in 99 going into 2000, when we really got serious about doing music, this was the time that No Limit and Master P and them came out. And so the whole concept of having your own record label was new to everybody, but this is something that we jumped on immediately, and we got our own record label, Uncontrollable Records, in Harrisburg, North Carolina. Salute to all my homies in the bomb shelter. And so we just, back then you would have to do a lot of face-to-face. We had to go to the radio stations and buddy up with the DJs and give them our bio and all of those things, slide them a few dollars so they could put our song in the rotation, things like that. We had to have street teams where we go out on foot and we walk around. We walk mall parking lots, putting flyers on every car for the shows that we was doing, because we did our own shows, we did our own booking. We would go and we would rent out a whole music hall and we would promote our show. We would get our radio time to do our ads and stuff like that, and we also walked around and handed out the flyers to make sure that everybody knew. And whenever the people showed up at our shows, not only did you get entertainment, but we also had prizes. We also had we had the spaghetti strap shirts, tank tops for the women with Sleepwalkaz and the logo and all of that on it, or uncontrollable. We had the bandanas, we had the caps, we had the fleeces, we had all type of marketing locked, and we did this all ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that we could call and order up. We had to literally go and do these things ourselves. As far as our music go, we built our own studio because a lot of the money that we was making, it wasn't legal money, but we was trying to take that money and I guess you could say launder that money, turn it into rap money, and start investing in rap and make our money legitimately off of the music. So there was a lot of stuff that was going into it. We was trying to get away from the game. See, back then, that was the thing. You break away from the street life for a better life through music, and that way you didn't have to do the street stuff no more. So once we got solidified in music, a lot of our street stuff went away because we didn't want to jeopardize what we was building. And we understood the time that we were in. When you were a rapper, you already had this certain mystique about you, and you already had this certain image that is projected about you as a rapper. So when it came down to illegal things, you had to be real close, because the hip hop police was just forming, and they was treacherous back then. Anybody that rapped, you know, they came for you. They came for our label, trying to take our label down. You know, and that was one of the reasons why our group dispersed. But, you know, yeah, there was a whole lot of times where we had to go in and we had to present ourselves as businessmen to sit down and talk with these people about renting these venues and about getting our music on the radio. And we had a talk with Def Jam South. This is when Def Jam first made Def Jam South, and it was what's my man, Scarface was the CEO of Def Jam South when it first came out, and the first artist was Ludacris, and we opened up for Ludacris when he did his first album release party. It was at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. Salute to the Comedy Zone. Salute to Ludacris too. He gave us some good advice. But we was all about networking. We didn't have the beef. We didn't have to beef in order to be seen as legit. We didn't have to beef or do any of the street stuff to have credibility in the rap game. You know, we came in, like I said, we didn't come in on no gangster stuff. And even the gangsters didn't have to go out and do all of that gangster stuff and shootouts and beefing and rivalry and stuff. Because at that time, your word was good enough. You know what I'm saying? What you spit, people were able to separate music from life. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. You was able to separate music from life. Nobody expected Ice Cube to go out and kill somebody every single day. The only people who thought like that was the people who were out of touch with hip hop and the streets. But the people in the streets, we understood that the music was music and the streets was streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the rap cats would hang with the street dudes and they would talk about the street stuff, but they wasn't in the streets like that. And the street dudes wouldn't let us be in the streets like that. Nah, young cat, you out there doing something positive, man. Keep on doing your thing, bro. If you need anything, I got you. Just stay out of these streets. That's how the OGs was with us back then. That's how the thugs was with us back then. So, you know, there was a lot of dudes in the hoods who followed and supported the Sleepwalkaz, and salute to every single one of y'all brothers. But I'm telling you, there was way more support from the black people back then. And I'm talking about other artists and things like that. We didn't have no beefs. We would connect with each other. We would network, and I would find out who is your connect on this, or how you get your ass capped. And they share information on how to do stuff, and I share information on how to do stuff that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was all about back then, because we wasn't in the era where they was making millions of dollars. They was still getting a little 360 deals for a couple $100,000 and thinking they was doing something. But nobody making no big money, and so we had to band together and network in order to try to get a foot in the door to bring other people in, because the South wasn't even really kicking like that back then. The only thing we had coming out of the South back then was the Ghetto Boys, Goody Mob, and Outkast. That was it. That was it. And so where I'm from, the area that we was coming from doing music, we were kind of like the pioneers in our area when it came down to having a record label and really doing it. And so guys today, they don't have to do the face-to-face. They don't have to do the street team and all the walking. Everything is done on this little device right here. And so when you look at rap back then and rap now, you know, we were more than one-dimensional as well. We had way more subjects to talk about. There was so much social commentary in our raps. Even in the gangster rap, there was social commentary. But we're missing a lot of that social commentary in rap nowadays, and a lot of these guys are just one-dimensional. You look at guys like DaBaby, you know exactly what he gonna say in his rhymes. He talking about getting some head from a girl, most of the time smashing some chick, and that's basically it. That and slapping somebody or having to shoot somebody, that's it. But there's no other social commentary in the music nowadays. You have to look to a subgenre to find some social commentary. And a lot of these rappers nowadays will tell you, you know, yo, I'm doing rap. I'm not here to give social commentary. If you want social commentary, go listen to Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole or one of them. But all rap should have some social commentary, because you shouldn't just tell one side of the story. If you was banging, tell the whole story. Tell how you got hemmed up. Tell how your mama was scared of you and your grandparents didn't want you around them because they were scared of the energy that you brought. You got to tell the whole story, not just one side of it, glorifying what you're doing, because that right there is the problem in hip-hop right now. Everybody glorifying the bad stuff, but they not talking about what they had to go through and the downside of what they was going through. So basically, that's the difference between then and now. If I was an artist coming out now, I would be considered like a J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar, because I wouldn't be with all of the gang lifestyle. That just wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing then, and it still ain't my thing now. Can I rap like that? Yeah, I can spit any type of rap I want to, any style, any genre, any subject, but I have a message and I have a responsibility, so I stick with that. But yeah, all of these young artists coming out now, give them an opportunity, because they got to start somewhere. They got to start talking about something, and as they grow and evolve, then their commentary should grow and evolve as well with them. You can't stay in the same place forever. So I don't just bash these guys. I give them an opportunity, and I like to watch them grow and see them as they grow and become a man or a woman in this game. You know, that's only fair. But this is your boy D-Mac, man. That's how it was when I was coming up in hip-hop. So I hope we can get back to that, brothers. We need to do more networking and less beef. Yo, this is your boy D-Mac, man. You know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word will always heal. I'm out.